So you get deferred probation for burglary of a habitation, second-degree felony. You get out, you commit 3 new offenses, 2 deadly conducts, discharging a firearm, and an assault family violence on that same date. And you want to start over and you're sorry. Think about how that sounds. Feel like you're not taking advantage and you're not growing up and making better decisions. While you're on probation for a felony, you're shooting. Then you get out again and you violate again.
Alright, today we got an entitled Brett who qualifies as the definition of a walking hazard. The guy can't do anything right to save his own life. It's like he wakes up every morning and asks, how can I make probation harder for myself? Violation after violation, excuse after excuse, and now he's standing in front of a judge begging for mercy he's already burned through. What's wild is he still talks like he's a victim here, like the system just woke up one day and decided to ruin his life. The system didn't ruin your life, your decision making did. Today's the day he finally learns that second chances have expiration dates, and every bad choice eventually comes due. Think he's finally going to take responsibility, or just blame everyone else again? Let's dive in and watch.
You're Marcus Elam?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Elam was previously in court, pled true to counts 1 through 7 in a motion to revoke unadjudicated probation, on probation for burglary of a habitation. I've received an updated pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
I do.
Are there any additions or corrections to the report?
No, nothing's been finished, Judge.
And it was unagreed. Mr. Lewis, you may proceed.
Judge, this is a situation where it's no doubt that Mr. Elam made several mistakes while he was on his probation, not following up on his obligations. After speaking with him, he's been in custody this length of time here. He is definitely, from what he's telling me, willing and wanting to comply with the court's orders, and feels as though he could successfully complete this probation given that opportunity. He understands that his mistakes, has definitely been costly and put him in this decision. He understands that's totally on top of him, and of course he would like to address the court as well as far as his plans for the future, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry for my actions that I did when I was on probation. And if you really, I would like to start over and get life, live with my family, go back to work, help my mother die, give her bills, and everything else, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Judge, I'm sorry. I was going to say, Judge, if I may, one of the biggest issues I explained and talked to Mr. Elam about was him not reporting like he was supposed to do over that span of time. And he expressed to me that at that time he was dealing with the death of his grandmother, as far as I think she was a big part of his support system. He does have, I've been in contact, several members of his family have contacted me about him, so he does have a support system that's there. I think she was a big part of it. And after she passed away, I think he kind of went astray at that point, my understanding, Judge.
What is the status of the 5 new offenses that are alleged?
I believe they should all be.
What happened? So what was the deadly conduct from August of 2023? What was the outcome of the, or I guess I'm trying to figure out what happened on all of them.
My understanding, Judge, is he has cases that are pending in misdemeanor court, but nothing here, Judge, that's been accepted as any additional.
He pled true to the deadly conduct, discharging a firearm, from August 16th of 2023. Anna, can you tell?
I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't look him up after he pled true.
I know, I just want to know if I want to know that. I want to know the evading, the failure to ID from February of this year. I want to know what the status of everything is.
I know those are still pending. He hasn't gone to court on those yet, right?
There's 2 deadly conducts that should be somewhere, somebody should know something about, from 2023. What's the offense date of that one, the 2023?
3/23.
Daily conducts from August of 23 were refused, Your Honor.
Do you have any, I guess if they were refused, you don't have any documentation or a PC
I
or?
might be able to see a reason, Your Honor, for the refusal. I'm pulling that up right now.
Thank you.
Just said unlikely to prove.
I mean, he pled true to it, so obviously there's that. All right, Ms. Malfino, what's the state's position?
I don't understand how hard it has to be just to stay straight while on probation. Like, you're literally being handed a free pass. Live by the law, stay clean, show up, and you're good. That's the deal, but somehow he manages to fumble that. It's like the man's allergic to structure. You're given a shot to prove you belong in the free world, and instead you go out acting like your own probation officer doesn't exist. And now he's sitting there saying he wants to start over. What do you mean start over? You already did. That's called probation. The thing you got last time you stood in that same courtroom. This isn't some open world game where you get infinite retries after every dumb decision. Real life hits a little harder than a respawn button. I don't think he's sorry for what he did. He's just sorry that he got caught doing it again. Losing someone is hard, I get that, but grief doesn't give you a permission slip to break the law. The judge has a full grocery list of his violations, and it's so long she could probably alphabetize them by category. At this point, even the paperwork is tired of him, and if this is what he calls turning his life around, then I'd hate to see what rock bottom looks like. What do you think? Does he really want to change, or is this just another performance for sympathy?
Judge, I'm kind of torn on him. Obviously, the concern is the length of time he absconded. I mean, it wasn't just a month or two. They looked for him for almost 2 years, a year and a half at least, and in that interim time period, regardless of them having been filed or refused or whatnot by the intake division, he has pled true to at least the court standard of having committed all of those new offenses while on probation. Although he has no felony convictions, it looks to me like you ordered him to ISF cognitive in 23. Mr. Lewis had made mention that he never went. I don't know if they didn't have a bed for him and eventually he timed out of that, or that something happened and the new offenses came up and they wouldn't take him.
I think when he had the prior MTRP, I don't know if it was at the new case or a prior MTRP, I'm not sure, but ISF was ordered, but at some point, I guess after he timed out or something because he was released from the jail.
Do you have a record of that?
He hasn't been. He wasn't able to due to pending legal issues at the time, and he was ordered to complete moral recognition therapy in lieu of, but he never.
So it was the new offenses that were holding him up.
Correct.
It looks like there was a non-prosecution affidavit on that assault and violence.
He pled true to it.
Correct.
So,
I just want to let you know that's
yes,
why it wasn't.
perfect, thank you. So so there was a motion to revoke back in 2023, and I'm guessing continued on probation in August or sometime, right? Or did we never do anything on that because then it was amended, first amended?
In March of 23, he pled true to that
March.
assault, family violence, the deadly conduct, obviously before it was refused, and you ordered him to ISF cognitive, plus the MRT program. And subsequently, there was another MTRP.
So you get an opportunity to be on probation for a burglary of a habitation, and I want to really make sure I've got this right. So you get deferred probation for burglary of a habitation, second-degree felony. You get out, you commit 3 new offenses, 2 deadly conducts, discharging a firearm, and an assault family violence on that same date. Regardless of what's come of those cases, you've admitted that something happened on that day, right? So you come in front of me on a motion to revoke your probation. I say, okay, let's give you an opportunity to go to ISF. But because I guess something else must have been pending, maybe misdemeanors or something, you don't go to ISF. So you end up just getting out, getting another opportunity, and then you go and evade arrest or detention and fail to ID. We're back here again. And you want to start over and you're sorry. Think about how that sounds. And you just quit going for 2 years, a year and a half, year and 7 months. You just think you were going to get to be out and we were going to forget about you? You know? I mean, how old are you now?
23.
23. You started this when you were 19. Feel like you're not taking advantage and you're not growing up and making better decisions.
And I think Ms. Vizes tried to work with him when he would show up to work with her. So, I mean, I don't object to revocation, Judge, as many opportunities that we've given him.
I mean, I don't know that it makes sense for me to do anything else. And it's just so frustrating, honestly, for me. for the young people to keep coming in here with offenses that have to do with shooting while you're on probation for a felony. You're shooting. Then you get out again and you violate again and you take off. So I can't give you a fourth shot. That you've had your shots. I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 7 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty of burglary of a habitation. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 6 years in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Corrections. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm going to hand you the trial court certification that shows this was not an agreement. You need to sign that and you'll get a copy of it. You do have some rights to appeal. You can talk to Mr. Lewis about that. I'm also handing you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term, and you should read the written admonishment I provide you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk to Mr. Lewis. Good luck to you. You can go back with the bailiff.
This guy clearly can't do anything right. It's almost impressive how consistent he is at making bad decisions, and the judge, she's seeing it crystal clear now. You can tell she's reached the point where patience turns into disappointment. The silence in that courtroom says more than his entire defense speech ever could. He knows it's over. For the past 4 years, he's been in and out of trouble like it's a revolving door, learning absolutely nothing along the way. Every time he's handed a lifeline, he wraps it around his own case and pulls its trigger. And now he's shocked that the system's done giving him freebies. 6 years might sound heavy, but honestly, it's the first real structure he's had in years. Maybe this time he'll figure out that freedom isn't a guarantee, it's something you have to earn. The sad part is he had all the tools to turn his life around, he just refused to pick them up. What do you think? Was 6 years fair, or should the judge have gone even harder to make the lesson stick? Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and take care.